Hello, everybody, and welcome to another review of Tabletop Review of Talislanta. This one we're covering the Sarista book, and I'm your host, Tabletop Junkie. I do know I'm doing a lot of streams back to back. It's trying to play catch up. So real quick, that's pretty much all I had to say for that part. But so the Sarista book, I'm gonna have to say this right now. The Sarista book, I can't really give it the best review without setting up a few spoilers. So, with the Sarista book being for 3rd edition Talislanta, um, ended up being what you call a source module. So, it basically sets you up with some source material that you're able to do with some tidbits, talks about the land, Sarista life, and culture. And then it has an adventure for you. So this is a relatively, actually, very small book. And then so like the first, like I would say the first half of it is pretty much just talking about what it is in being a Sarista. So a Sarista is kind of like a traveling caravan, from what I gathered. So, and they travel from place to place, location. They do have a set up home location. But it's basically, they talk about being a Sarista and what the life and culture is like. And then they set you up for an adventure, which is like the second half of the book. And then give you all the stats and stuff, everything. So like the first half is pretty much for the players. The second half, players and GM is the first half. Second half is for GM only. This book was actually out around 1994. And without going into too much, because they give you a lot of stats and stuff for NPC, so without going too much into it, we're just going to say it is definitely a look at. Now, the reason why they call it, they don't call it a source book, they call it a source module. Reason why they say that, a source module, is it doesn't just give you an adventure, it gives you some ideas, hooks, and a few other things, stuff that you could replay multiple times over and over and over again. It's not like you read the book and you play through it, and it's not a one and done book. So there is reasons to come back to the book. They have other types of material in here too, to even if you're not using the adventures or any of the hooks from the book, there is stuff in here about the culture of some cultures of Talislanta and some regions as well. So such as flora, fauna, birds, animal life, stuff that, you can't get anywhere else. So there is a bit about that. So definitely this book is good for a point of reference. Not good if you're looking to use it all the time. I can't imagine you using it all the time for things, but you might be able to use it some of the time for things. So I'm going to give this kind of like a, side thing. Check out if you're interested. If you're not interested, we'll try and do some more better quality reviews on that. It's hard to do source books because if you talk too much about the adventure of the book, then you're kind of spoiling what the book is really about, and I don't really want to do that. I don't like giving out spoilers. I can say this, the first half of the book is very well enlightening and stuff that I can imagine I'll flip through more than once. But the second half is literally just the adventure. So yeah, I can say that this is kind of like a acquired taste book to grab. Not really a necessity. It does add some things to your entire campaign. If you're looking to play more than one adventure, it does add that. It does add an adventure for you in case you're out of ideas, and it does give you other types of ideas for adventures for your campaign too. So it is very well informative and very well easily to read. I can't show off any. There's reasons why I'm going to say this. I can't show off any artwork. So I do recommend, if you do want to see what I'm talking about, just go check it out for yourself. I'm just not going to do it. I have my reasons. You'll probably see why. So the book is 1990. Like I said, it was released in 94. So not sure what we were going through at that time. I can't remember. So long ago. I lived through the 94. I was born, way before that. But anyway, without going on and on and on about the book, because really that is all it is. It is a source module, they call it. They call it a source module because it is a source book, but it's also a module because they have an adventure back to it, and you can go back to, like, the first half of the book. You can, like I mentioned multiple times, you could go back and use references from there, and then you have the adventure for the second half of the book, which is a pretty long adventure. So something to really actually look at if you need ideas for adventures. So that's all I'm going to really have at this time because of the type of book that it is. Because, like I said, if I go on too much more, it's just going to be more, more spoiling the book, and I don't really like doing that. I do have the description of where you can pick the book up. Or I do have a description. I do have the link in my description where you can pick the book up, and it's under the 3rd edition Talislanta review. Not review, sorry. It's under 3rd edition Talislanta tab once you go onto the website. It's easy. The website's easy navigation, so you should be able to find it. So yes, that book, very easy read, easy to thumb through, easy to grasp. I do recommend it. I do recommend the first half for players and GMs, and then the second half is GMs only. So that is my recommendation. That is, pick up if you really think you're going to be interested in getting into Talislanta. So, all right, well, that's everything I have at this time. So I do want to let you guys know, I will be doing more reviews of Talislanta going in the near future, hopefully a bit more granted and detailed, but like I said, some of these books I can't go into too much details on unless I'm going to be spoiling the books for you. So I don't really want to do that. And when I did this one, I was like, oh man, this review is going to stink, because there's not a lot I'm going to be able to talk about without spoiling it, because there's really not much to it. So that very simplicity. That's one thing I can say about Talislanta as a whole. Very simple system, very simple, easy to read books, very simple, easy on the eyes, easy to grasp, easy to have fun with. So, I do like that in a game, simplicity. So we do have that with Talislanta at the very least. That's what I can recommend. So, all right, everybody, that's it for this review at this time. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, for future viewers, I hope you guys tune in at a later, tune in at a later time and check out the rest of my videos. I do have more coming out. We still have 4th edition, 5th edition, and the D20 edition to cover. Right now, we're still in the 3rd edition, and we have more coming out very soon. Keep a watch my Twitter page. That's also in my description as well. All right, everybody, I want to wish you guys a great and wonderful day, and remember to work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. Have a great and wonderful day.